Hi and welcome. I'm Shelley, and today I want to talk to you about reasons that you should travel. Okay? And there are many reasons that you should get out and travel. I'm over 50 Gen Xer, and I like to get out and explore the world. And here are just a few reasons why I think that you should too. Number one, relaxation. Now, some of you may argue with me. You may say, Shelley, travel is not relaxing. To be honest with you, I've had some trips that were not relaxing. And I've had some that are relaxing. But what I'm getting at here is the fact that if I stay home to relax, let's say I take off work, I'm just going to sit home and I'm going to relax. I can't do it. I don't know about you, but I can't do it. Whenever I'm at home, if I'm not working, I find other forms of work to do. Maybe that's cleaning the garage, cleaning the basement, but I can't sit still. Okay? Number two, seeing new things. I like to see new things. I like to get out and experience the world and see things that I can't see at home. I'll show you the corn. Yeah, we got a lot of corn here. So I like to get out and see new things. I like to experience new foods. So that's number three, experience new foods. I have gone to different places. When I was in New Orleans, I tried alligator. I tried it prepared several different ways. I enjoyed it. To be honest with you, it's not something that I would eat on a regular basis, but I can say that I tried it. Number four, as we've aged, our children have grown, and we now have fewer responsibilities. We don't have to drag our children with us. Not that that's a bad thing, because sometimes I miss having my child be a small child. She's in her 30s now, but I don't have to worry about, is she going to be bored if we do this? I don't have to worry about taking extra things just for her. It's less stressful. Okay? Fewer responsibilities. Number five, tackling that bucket list. I don't know about you, but I have a bucket list. I've had a bucket list for years. Now, that bucket list was not written down for years, but recently I have taken to writing my bucket list down. And that bucket list is a living, breathing thing for me. It grows and it changes. I add stuff, I take stuff away, I get things done, I knock it off the bucket list. So the bucket list is an ever-changing entity. Okay, number six, I like to celebrate milestones. It could be a big anniversary. It could be a big birthday. It could be that you're just celebrating the fact that you're alive. Celebrate. Life is meant to be celebrated, and you should do it. And last but not least, number seven, travel while you still can. As we age, as a Gen Xer, I have become extremely aware of the fact of my mortality and my health and the fact that, things could change in an instant. And I want to get things done before I can't do them. So that's really important to me. Now, I want to tell you the ways that I like to travel. And one thing that I've really started to enjoy is cruising. Now, that's not for everybody. Some people get sick. Some people, they get motion sick. Some people just don't like cruising. They don't want to be on the water. Maybe they have a fear. Maybe the boat is too crowded for them. But for me, I enjoy cruising, and here's why. The first reason is it is a all-inclusive hotel on the water. When I say all-inclusive, you get a bed, you get a housekeeper, you get a buffet, you get food every day. You're fed. Now, it includes drinks as far as water and tea and some certain coffees. Now, if you want the designer coffees, you have to pay for that. If you want alcohol, you need to have a alcohol package. You need to buy that extra, or you need to buy a soda package extra. So, a cruise, it fits my needs. And a cruise there are two types of cruisers that I have come across in my cruising. The first type of cruiser is a person who just wants to be on the boat. They don't care where it's going. They don't care about anything except for being on that boat. They cruise for the sake of cruising. The second type of person is me. I use the cruise as a type of transportation. It is transportation to places that I would not normally go. I go to places that I can't drive to. I go to places that I wouldn't fly to. I like the cruise for that reason. Okay, so it gets me places that I've always wanted to see. So through excursions, and excursions are paid trips. You get off the boat. When the boat stops at, let's say, an island, or it stops in Mexico, you get off the boat and you've paid for this excursion to take you to do things. And all the excursions are different and the prices vary. So through excursions, I have knocked off some other things off my bucket list. One of them is parasailing. Now, parasailing is not for everyone. You go behind a boat and parachute and you go up in the air, parasailing. And it was beautiful. I really enjoyed it. But towards the end, I got motion sick and I thought I was going to throw up. I didn't. And I got to knock that off my bucket list. So it was pretty awesome. The next thing that I've done when I went to Mexico is I've seen ancient ruins. Now, I don't know how many of you like history or are fascinated with stuff like that, but I've always been fascinated with the Aztecs, the Incas, and the Mayan civilizations, these ancient cultures. So while I was in Mexico, I got to go to a place called Chichen Itza. It's a Mayan ruins. And while I was there, now I've always wanted to go there because I saw it on the Discovery Channel, on the History Channel. We talked about it in history class when I was a kid growing up. So I got to go, and while I was there, I got to climb up a Mayan temple. Now, I went with several other people, and they didn't want to climb the temple. The temple was extremely high, but it was beautiful once you got up there because you could see so many things. The steps, you have to go up the steps on the outside of the temple. The steps were very shallow. Your entire foot did not fit on the step, and they were extremely steep. And the reason for that was these temples were meant for worship. And the philosophy of the Mayans was that if the steps were steep and shallow, you would have to be constantly looking down, which your head would be bowed in reverence. So that's why these steps were like that. But I went up. Now, on the way down, getting up was one thing. Getting down was a whole nother animal. They did tell us once you get up there, they said the steps are very steep. If you're having problems, you can sit and scoot. I'm not ashamed to tell you that at one point I did sit and scoot a little bit to get down, but I did it. I knocked that off my bucket list. Okay. And another thing that we did, and I also heard about these things called cenotes. These cenotes are located in Mexico, and they are underground caves that have water flowing through them like a river. It's not fast flowing. Some of them are, I guess, but the one that we went to was not. And of course, they made you put on life jackets, and we got to swim in the cenote. So that was amazing to me. I really enjoyed this. So through cruising, I have got to visit places that I would have never visited if not for the cruise. Now, I know that cruising is not for everyone. I understand that completely. And for some of you, it may be a road trip. It may be a day trip. It may be a trip to the beach. It may be a trip to a historic place here in the United States, or it may be a trip to Europe. I don't know what your fancy is, but whether you're escaping the stress of everyday life, wanting to see and experience new things, or checking off that bucket list, celebrating life's wonderful milestones, or just want to do it before you can't, I encourage you to get out there and do it. Experience life. Do the travel. Do the things. Write the bucket list. Knock the stuff off the bucket list. You don't know how long you have. And ask yourself this one important question. If not now, when? When will I do it? I love you all. I hope that you liked this video. In the next video, I'm going to talk about how I have slowed down my travel. I have not slowed down traveling, but I have slowed down while I travel so that I can enjoy things even more. But we'll talk about that in the next video. I hope you like this. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks a lot, guys.